Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it is episode 83, and today we have got the semi-final versus FC Midtjylland. And look, it's been around that has plagued us with FMings and a lot of choking in the past. We can go back to last year, 3-1 up against AAB, we went and we threw it away. Year before that, we actually got knocked out in the third round, I think, by Hivador rotating. Year before that, Bromby, leading 2-1, scored an early goal at home, conceded 3 goals late, went out again in the semi-final. And then one year we made it past the semi-final, we did actually go on to win the thing. This year, with the draws being like it is, we would play Bromby or OB. If we were to make the final, we would be odds-on favourite. To be quite fair, we should be odds-on favourite no matter who we play at the moment because we are killing the league this year. As you can see, Nords actually just beat Midtjylland. We are that far clear that we're going to win the league no matter what. There's going to be a day where we're going to win the league, and it's going to be very early. It's just nice to have this this sort of run in. We've actually lost only one game all year. That was against Copenhagen. We've not lost the game at home. We look really good. Since we last met, Silkeborg on the final day of the minor premiership, obviously tied that up well before the final day, but won 4-0. AAB, we won 2-1, looked good. Against Copenhagen, we won, but some big injury news, unfortunately. Kenny just came back from injury, was past fit for this game, and actually thought he got injured being unfit previously. Actually got injured tackling, and he's actually out with a broken leg for a very, very, very long time. It's not nice, but if there's ever a time to break your leg, break it right at the end of the season when we're about to win the league. And then, get your 4 months recovery, miss a couple months start of the year, should be okay. Important to note, I've downloaded the Zealand or the FM base new gen face pack. Shout out to Viney, who's helped me do that. As you can see, Miranda's got one, Jose Alcotra's got one. I think my favourite out of all of them, as much as I love the guy and, without the face, I think Yeppy looks exactly how a Yeppy Hansen would look. Slight little beard, the blue eyes, the nice hair. He just looks elite, doesn't he? He's unreal. I love the Yeppy. Look, this year's been a lot of fun. And if there's ever a year for us that we deserve to win the cup, it's this year. Because we're going to win the league in a canter. We made it to the first knockout round of the Champions League. If you've not watched that, go back a few episodes. Just go on a treat. Watch us come from the second round of qualifying into a group, lose to Juventus on opening day in the group stage 7-1, not lose a game at home, including against Barcelona and Juventus, right? And go get knocked out against Barcelona in what was a typical Barcelona display in Spain. Look, we're looking really good. The team's looking great. Apart from the transfer news, there's nothing really to say. There's a lot of interest in Neff as well. Important note, Barcelona actually came back from 1-0 down against Chelsea to win 3-1 in their tie to make the semi. It'd be very nice if Barca win the whole thing and we say we got knocked out by the champions. But yeah, we're looking quite good, and I think the team's looking quite special at the moment. Eugene Neff's wanted by a lot of people. Thank God, wanted by Pescara. Rafael Albrecht wanted by Palace. First time Albrecht has had interest as well. But this guy ain't going. He has been unbelievable this year. Look, kind of goes to show you that we really, really are in a good spot. Unfortunately for today's game, Dolcek is actually out injured. Kenny obviously has got the big one as well. But boys, before I get into that, there's been youth intake day. We have not had a good regen since getting promoted. So it's been a number of years since we've had, oh my God, a regen that has come through. I'm going to introduce you to Lars Elgard Esperen. The 15-year-old came out with this potential. It's the first one. No one else was close. It was a poor one. They said it was going to be poor, but we had one-star striker coming from Sevenborg. He was born here, home and raised in Sevenborg. That's looking good. And I was like, oh, that's nice to know. And this guy came out. He's already 1.5 star at 15 years of age. He turns it on the 10th of the 24th. Expect to see him next year play a game in this division, unless we loan him out. Already scored 3 goals in 3 non-competitive games. He also played a game for the Bees, which he didn't score in, but got a couple of assists, I think, as well. But he looks unbelievable. Physically not too bad, not the quickest, but at the same stage, that's going to grow. He's only 15. The physicals will not stop growing until he's about 21, 22 at a minimum. He could be really, really, really good. And the third acceleration could be quite rapid off the initial get-go. But the things that you look at straight away, he's already got 13 finishing with 10 technique. Technique's obviously going to grow and his finishing is going to be through the roof. So we've got 11 composure at 15 years of age. He's going to look really good. He's got 12 determination. We can get that up. He's going to be a monster. And he's already got 12 off the ball. with 13 headering, which is also nice as well. He is going to be a really, really challenging player for defenders in the future. You know, he's going to be someone that's going to have more than 15 finishing, more than 15 off the ball, more than 15 headering, and, you know, could get to the 15 composures as well. I'm currently working on his passing because if we can get him up to the 8 or 9 passing by the time he's in the 16, he could probably play a role in the first team straight off the get-go, which would be really nice as well. He's also someone that probably will do what I did with Thomas Beauregard, loan him out for a year into the reserve, into the first division, and see if he grows and does well. And that's kind of worked really well for me as well at the moment. We go to the development centre because we have a goalkeeper that you might remember came for as our best prospect a couple of years ago. It was Leafy, and I said like, oh, this guy could be decent because he had good technicals, right, but never had the physicals. He's actually just gone on, even though Federica are dead last in the first division. He's a, you know, level 2 goalkeeper, division 2 goalkeeper. He's conceded 40 goals this year. He has gone insane. You know, his handling, his kicking's gone massive. His determination's got up to 17 as well because it was 15. And he's just gone next level, right? If he can physically go on and do a job that needs to be done, you know, he is going to be really good apart from his height. But he's someone that I would do what I'm going to do with Lars, right? Loan him out, hopefully to the Division 1 side as a first choice option. And even though he might not be ready, he's going to grow for playing at that level anyway. And if he does score goals, he's going to grow rapidly at 16 years of age. And by 17, 18, he could really fit into this team. Anyway, back to the semi-final. It's against the best team in Denmark, apart from us, which is Midtjylland this year. Usually it's Copenhagen, but they've had a pretty poor year. We just need to go out there and just do a job here. And look, I really want to make the final. I really want to win it this year. The board want me to win it this year. We really should have done the job last year against AAB. We didn't. 2 years ago against Bromby, we really should have done the job. Right? We really deserve to have more than one cup won in this competition, and hopefully we go through and do the job. Also important to note, because Dolcek's injured, Neil Jenkins has been playing. Jenkins scored 2, by the way, when we beat Copenhagen 4-2. We're 3-0 up at half-time. They got it back to 3-2, and we held on. It was good. The league doesn't matter anymore. There'll be an episode where we win the league this season. Great, not a problem. And we'll recap the game there. But there we are. And there we are. Caden, by the way, is having the game of his life in the chat. Links down below, of course, YouTube. Caden, by the way, is managing Middlesbrough. He was 1-0 down inside 9 minutes. Went back to 1-1. Went 2-1 up. Went down to 2-2. Went 3-2 down and just scored in the 90th minute to make it 3-3 in the Prem. Very well done. Second year, I think, as well. For Caden, might be his third. But we've also, like I said, we've downloaded the face packs. They all look good. Like Fankor looks so clean. The face pack's so clean. The FM base boys have done a really good job. Really do recommend. Look, this Midtjylland side have been really good. Aral's obviously still there as well. They have a very good team. And on their day, they're capable. We have not lost at home in Denmark the whole year. This would be a great time to continue that run as well. It's obviously them in the black. It's us in the white, our famous white here in Denmark. And hopefully we can go out there and just do the job. We drew to them 0-0 in a game that we dominated in the first half of the year away from home. And at home, I think we beat them. Today's the day where we just need to really go out there, get a win, and just take it to Midtjylland and go, okay, we've got a lead. Off we go. As it stands at the moment, 28 minutes played, looking good, but not really dominating too much. And something I have done in a few games whilst trying this midfield out is I have been moving Jeppe into Mizal on attack, and he has liked it really, really well. You know, Orbres is so good at the level. Thank God, it's amazing as well, and it's better than... Look, Joe Hodge does the job, and he's really good. But in games, I expect to dominate, and I expect to dominate in a lot of games. I prefer this midfield section, because A, Jeppe and Thank God can win the ball back, but B, going forward, they're unbelievable. Anyway, Thank God on the ball, goes back to Campbell. Campbell now has a pass to Neff or Jeppe, whoever it is, and it is Jeppe. Out to Neff, good ball to Jenkins. Jenkins now gets on it again. He's got numbers inside, and he's lost out there. But in the end, we force the turnover, and it's got to be Marquez, who has hit his leading potential, which is nice. Mirando's gone all the way back to Mpegesi. Probably had time to go forward, but that's okay. And Mpegesi now finds Campbell, looks for Jeppe. Jeppe now, good ball out there towards Bumnajar, the captain, and he comes inside and goes on a run. It's tackled, but it falls to Rafael Albrecht, and he knows how to finish, boys, but unfortunately, straight at Nielsen, and it's highlight over. We do win the corner, but really should have scored. Really, really, really should have scored. In the end, it's still 0-0. Anyway, Bumnajar didn't even get the ball in there. But we've looked okay. We just need the early goal here in the semi-final of the Cup. You know, this is the game I'm most nervous about, is the semi-final of the Cup, because it's a game that really, right, we've had the most trouble in the past. Jenkins being so strong, keepers come, Albrecht, what a chip, what a goal, it's 1-0. And that's the reason why we play this three midfielders, is Albrecht is that good now, we have to play him. And then what, you drop Jeppe? You can't drop Jeppe. And thank God is going into this star player as well. And yeah, thank God's a better box-to-box than Kenny. And obviously, I think Yeppy's a bit better. I think Yeppy's a very good box-to-box, but the physicals of Thank God so good. Yeppy's really loved this Mazzala on attack role. When we're dominating games, I go to it, and then when we need to shut up shop, I put him on ball winning or box-to-box, and we just look good. In the end, though, 1-0 to the good. Jenkins running himself into the ground, which, he did also play in the B team because I forgot to take him off. I'm going to make a quick little change here. Going to move Bubnajai out into that side there, and I am going to bring Andreas in. And I'm also going to bring, not just yet. I'm going to keep it like that, but I am going to move Yeppy probably to box-to-box because he's a bit more defensively minded than Thank God. You say that, but you look at Thank God's stats, he really is a very defensively minded box-to-box. He's so good. We have so much quality, it's ridiculous. But yeah, look, we should be okay. Anyway, Andreas now. Back into Thank God. Rafael Albrecht. One more goal would be amazing. And then if we don't concede an away goal, it would be even better. Moreno, good ball in. Bubnajai. There we go. Great header at the back stick. And Bubnajai makes it 2. Moreno with an assist, the Colombian. Has been really good since coming in. Has the occasional game where he averages below a 7, but he does look really good. 2-0 up here. And we have been the best team in Denmark by a mile this year. So it would be a travesty if we do not win the cup this year. Last year we probably should have done it as well, but this year we definitely deserve to do it. 2-0 up, but we have thrown away so many games in the semi-final of the cup. It's not been a joke, so hopefully we don't throw this one here. Third would be amazing, and Yeppy now with the ball into Andreas. Yeppy back on the overlapping run, finds him. Yeppy knows how to hit it. Bang, see you later. Variation number 2 is the best variation we have of the corners. It's just play back to the guy who was on the short, back inside the box, and they either shoot or they cut it to somebody across the box who's going to hit it. In the end, it's free. We've looked really good. And look, Yeppy just, as a Mazzala on attack, looks amazing. I don't want to start with it because in the big games, you leave him as a ball-winning midfielder. But at games, especially at home, that we dominate so much, it's important to leave him like that. Anyway, Thank God's looking a little bit legless. But more importantly, both centre-backs are in yellow card trouble for the next game. I'm going to bring Tony Christian actually out into there. Right, and Marquez will do that. And Campbell will take off. And I'm going to bring Joe Hoge in. And I'm actually going to rest Yeppy. Moving back to a ball-winning midfielder. Just try and not concede this away goal as well. But also try to get a 4th. And this is probably not a bad game to get Rafael Albrecht off and get Skov in too when we're 3-0 up as well. And Emil Skov's been growing so well and just deserves to get out there as well. But yeah, look, we're looking really good, which is good to see. And hopefully we continue to keep doing well. And hopefully we do not concede an away goal. Because that's what we have done in every semi-final of late. It's conceded a late away goal and then we have gone and lost the second leg. Anyway, ball goes long, should be Neff's. Instead, it's a great ball into Matt Coe. And if we... Please don't. Thank you. If we do concede an away goal, there's going to be a lot of PTSD with me. Because we've just done it so much. Don't understand why we're not going short. He swung one in this time. Bubnajai was molested, really, in the penalty, in the 6-yard box. He was assaulted. It wasn't even an attempt to win the ball. He was just kind of gone. And there we are. Emil Skov now bangs it in with the 15 penalty taking that he does have. And he just always finds a way, doesn't Emil Skov? And there we go. He was absolutely assaulted in the box. Bubnajai was just thrown to the floor like a rag doll. It was a bit more wrestling than it was trying to man mark a corner by Midtjylland. And they've really shot themselves in the foot. And we're 4-0 up. And look, we haven't had this big of a lead going into a semi-final since we actually made the final. So we really shouldn't be throwing this away. And in the second leg, we should be home and hosed. I'm very happy with that. That's a great win for the boys. And going into the second leg of the semi-final, we should be getting through. And this kind of just shows the dominance that we have in Denmark. The second best team in Denmark's come to us. We haven't even got out of third gear, really. We didn't really go, oh my God. We didn't see Sahori get going. And we didn't really dominate the ball and whatever. Can I just say, Liverpool just won a quarterfinal 8-1. And City, in extra time, won a leg 7-6. What games of football? Can I say, that finished 3-3 home and away, normal time, both games. That's pretty that's pretty good. But look, we looked really good. We won 4-0. Eugene Neff got man of the match, apparently, somehow, with a 7.7. Interesting. But yeah, very good performance. We look amazing. We got AGF next in the league. And the double really does look like coming home. We're not going to count on chickens before the hatch, though. We're probably going to win the league no matter what. There's still a second leg to be played. We should get through that, YouTube, really. And then the next episode is going to be the final. And hey, we should do the double. And it will be a very well-deserved double if we do it. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now time for the second leg of the semi-final of the Sidebank Pocklian. We should be home and hosed in the game. Meantime, we scored 2 crackers to come back from 1-0 down to beat AGF. Yet again, though, we've been doing this a little bit of lot with good English. Doing this a lot lately in the league, where we've been having about 20 shots, only scoring 2 goals, and winning games 2-1 because we're conceding 1. Rotated similarly. English, it's hard. After 10:30, we can't even do it. Just whatever, Damien. We semi-rotated. There you go. Why was that so difficult? Blah, 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 blah. That's why it's difficult, because when your tongue's tired, off you go. Anyway, went 1-0 down here early doors. Was their only shot of the half. Unreal goal in terms of the set piece. Unreal goals all the way around, because this goal from Joe Hodge won goal of the month, but I really think the next goal was even better. But anyway, on a volley, well hit, bang. Oh, maybe not the next goal was even better, sorry. I'm thinking of the wrong Jenkins goal. Jenkins scored a goal against Copenhagen was better than this. But still, Jenkins, by the way, the body to shrug him off and bang it, still a very good goal. So some nice goals there, but yeah, we looked really, 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 really comfortable. OB actually leading against Bromby, which would be, look, OB are 11th in the league and trying to stay up. Bromby are in the championship group. I know who I'd rather play right now. It would be OB in the final. We're not there yet, but it is what it is. Big thing to note, we've got 1, 2, 3 guys in the starting 11 on yellow card dramas. We have Tony Christensen, thank God, and Dolchek all on yellow card dramas. Right now, I am going to get out, Campbell out. I'm going to put Tony Christensen in because if he gets suspended, so be it. And I'm going to bring Okocha in here. I'm going to rest Marcos altogether. Andreas is going to come in too. Dolchek's going to come in for Jenkins because he needs to just play because he hasn't played in a while. We're going to do that as well. We'll play Zahora here as well, just in case if we need a goal. But the rest we're going to rotate. Skov's going to come in as well. Joe Hodge is going to play with probably Epi because he's not in yellow card trouble. Ortega's going to make the bench here for Campbell. We might look to get Ortega in for Neff to give Neff a little bit of a break. He's played a lot of football of late. But we are going to semi-rotate here and just keep people that aren't in yellow card drama away. So even Giuseppe Serragetti can play on the right-hand side. We'll get onto the bench and just give a bit of rotation for the guys that are on yellow cards. Just to go, hey, there's no need to. Even thank God will come out and get Albrecht to the bench. So the only 2 people we need to see not get suspended is Dolchek and Christensen. Dolchek's going to play about 45 minutes to 50 minutes anyway, just coming out from injury. And Tony Christensen's the one, but if he gets suspended, I'm not going to be too arsed because I don't think he's that great. Anyway, your team is going to be young book. Look, we should be good enough to rotate and get Roberts in from Morano, should. Roberts, Alcotra, Tony Christensen, Neff, Joe Hodge, and Yeppy together is a very strong midfield. Just yellow card drama, obviously, no Kenny. Andreas, Milskov, Dolchek, and Zahora is going to play up top. Just in case they score a couple early and I'm going to go, hey, I need a goal, and Zahora turns around and goes, it's okay, boss, I can do that for you. But, yeah. We should be home and Hodge. It'll be our first final in a few years as well. And let's just hope OB get through as well because it'll be an easier final. I expect to come back as finalists after this game is what I will say. And we should make the difference. We should be okay. I have been talking a lot about Chelsea situation because it was filming on the day Chelsea's been sacked. I'm talking all things about Thomas Tuchel. We're talking about Champions League stuff. So if you're into all of that, links down below. Come and look at us YouTube. By the way, Midtjylland doing what they did a long time ago, choking in the championship playoff. They have gone from the only team that could really catch us to pretty much out of it. Dean reckons we're going to win this 1-3-1 on the night, which would be good. Montreal Gladbach is a team I wouldn't sleep on. Exactly. I think Gladbach could do a job against City. I just expect City to get through. Is the last one we'll go with there in terms of the Champions League talk. And anyway, 10 minutes play, my dog was scratching wanting to go back to the other side of the house. I might let him through because his rubber's a bit dead. But yeah, look, an away goal kills it anyway, but ball in, cleared away. An early goal. A goal inside 20 minutes and your nerves jangle that little bit, but at the same stage, you should be okay. Anyway, Skov, Roberts, Neff, gets on the ball, Dolchek, touching the Joe. Well done. Good ball to Zahora too. He can cut that across the box. He does. Andreas is there. What a block it was. And keeps Midtjylland probably in the tie just. They need to be 2-0 up at half time and then they really have a chance. One away goal and they need 6. And Motta's effort's blocked. In the end, he was onside too. And still 0-0 here. We shouldn't lose. Shouldn't. Jacob Beck because he's got the K on the end. I would love to say the K silent is just Jacob, but who knows? Anyway, 2 good saves there by Jacob. I'm going to go with Jacob anyway. K silent. I'm making it up. The K silent. Jacob, 2 good saves. Well done. Conceded his first goal in the league, by the way, against AGF. So he kept 2 clean sheets in a row, which is nice. Anyway, Dolcek gets on the ball. Zahora's in space. Zahora's on side. Zahora should score. And Zahora has all but sent us through to the final. And Johan makes it 1. Perfect. It's exactly what we want. And now it's just all about us just seeing this game out. No injuries, no nothing. No one getting suspended, ideally. And yeah, look, it is what it is. It's 1-0. As soon as the centre-back came, it didn't get there. Zahora had all the room in the world to get into. And just like that, 1-0 up. And Yepi now have a chance to whip one in back stick. He does. Tony, Joe Hoja's there. It's going to be offside, unfortunately, because Joe was standing offside and the ball was knocked down to him. And yeah, still 1-0. But I think everybody could tell it was a very clear offside. Indeed, it is. And he was virtually in the 6-yard box by the time it was headed down to him. But still, not a bad ball in from Yepi. We'll get Yepi off at some stage as well. And yeah, looking really, really good. Anyway, Andreas now. We have a chance. Yepi's still there as well if he wants to give it to him, and he does. Yepi now could hit this. Instead, he's looked for no one presented, really. That's the right ball from Yepi. That's what we train, and no one was there to just say, hey, great, I'm going to put that one into the back of the net. And now they're on the break. Even if they score, I'm still confident that we're going to go through. We're 5-0 up on aggregate. If you're not confident going up 5-0 on aggregate, you're never going to be confident. Anyway, Motta, good header, but just wide. Good break from Midtjylland, but, even with a rotated team out there, we've looked really good. And I'm going to bring Neff off for here at half-time as well, and rest the Australian, because the Australian's done really well of late. Anyway, Yepi wins the ball. Andreas beats a man and gets down the line and still going, and with a chance to put one in, doesn't. It's going to be them on the break yet again. In the end, it's gone long. And Neff now. Back into Tony. Tony now. Good ball, Dolcek. And Dryer's going to get on it again to go on the break. Tony stands his man up. Brave boy, knowing that he's on a yellow card. He's 1 yellow card away from suspension in the league. In the end, the tackle fell back to him. And Ariel Simser, a guy that always seems to score against me, scores again against me. And it's 1-1 just like that. On a yellow card, he flies in like that. He's like he got something on the ball, because he really could have got sent off for that. In the end, Jacob can't do much when the ball hits the inside of the post and in. Can't really complain about that. But yeah, look, 1-0 here. It's been a very even game. Shouldn't be a problem from here. And yeah, I'm very happy with how things are going. I'm going to bring Ortega in for Eugene Neff. And with this tie being over, I'm going to bring Jenkins in as well. As an inside forward on attack, because that's what he plays. And Ortega's just going to go to wing back here on support and just go and do a job. And yeah, he should be able to get through 45 minutes here. Anyway, Andreas with the ball back into Yepi. Yepi, good ball in. Tony Christian heads over. He's the only one out there that if he gets a yellow card, he will be suspended for the final now. And he's probably, out of all the players that could get suspended, he's the one that I don't particularly care too much about if he does. But yeah, look, 1-0 as it stands right now. I'm going to get Yepi off as well. He's played a lot of football of late. I'm going to get Rafael Orbres in. I'm going to let him just go and just be a Mazzala in an attack and just say, hey, get out there. You know what? Giuseppe hasn't played too much minutes as well. I'm going to get him out there for Zahora as well. And Giuseppe has not done too much. We've barely seen him in a YouTube episode as well. He's naturally quick, the Uruguayan. Scored a lot of goals for the B team, so why not get him out there? Anyway, Neil Jenkins gets on the ball. Beats a man and comes inside. Still going Neil. What a run. In the end, is straight at the keeper. But another good run from the Australian. Looking promising, he does this year. He really has looked really good. And when our ball goes long and it's Motta now. Well done by Kotra, but it's fallen to Simser. Into Motta. In the end, wide. Jacob had it covered in net. 66 minutes played. It's been a very even game. End to end, this one. We've been good, but we haven't also been dominant. We've been better than them, but yeah. But in the end, they've come with a game plan, which is to really play on the break, and they've done really well. It would be our first loss in the cup, I do think. I don't think we lost one of the 2 legs in this quarterfinals, no. They all kind of just blur together now. But anyway, Gron's a very good player. It's a good ball back stick, good header. I'll tell you what, be the first time Midtjylland beat us this year. If there's ever a time to do it, when I've got pretty much a fully rotated back 4 in there. But yeah, look, that's fine. They need 4 goals in 20 minutes to knock me out. If I score 4 goals in 20 minutes to knock me out, we're never meant to win this cup competition ever. So be it. As it stands, though, we are still going through. We still look okay. And hopefully, we just get home and hose. Apparently, we're allowed to make one more change. In that case, then, get Andreas off, and we'll get Morton up top to chase the game. Why not? Not going to really care if we do score. I'll go attacking, just in case. But yeah, anyway, Alcotra now. With the ball to Rafael Orbres. Into Tony Christensen. Gets on the ball. Looks good. Alcotra again. Back into Tony. Finds Joe Hoge. That is poor from Joe. I don't even know who's trying to play, really. That was meant for Giuseppe. It's not even close to him. Anyway, Gron. Motta. If they score now, I am going to be a little bit worried. But they didn't. And there we go. I'd be more worried that we lost the game 3-1. Time ticks away. Look, we got what we wanted, which was to get through to the final. It's a loss, but look, at the end of the day, when you win so many games in a season, you're bound to lose on Football Manager. Football Manager barely ever let you go undefeated across all competitions or whatever, right? I've lost only one game this year, domestically, ever. So if there's ever a time to lose a game domestically for the second time this year, let it be when you have a 5-0 aggregate, right? And then decide to lose the game of football. No qualms from me. Got a lot of rotation in as well, and all the key players on yellow cards in the cup competition weren't risked in the second leg of the semi-final because we were so dominant in the first leg anyway, that they're all going to be available for the final. I said I wanted to make the final of this competition. I said I wanted to win it. I said we have to get the monkey off our back because after we won it, we have not been able to make the final yet again. In the end, we're going to have OB in the final as well. It is going to be the local derby final, which is massive in itself as well. We're going to be in the black top with the beige jacket, the Miami Vice look, and that is probably going to be your next episode. Saying that though, we really could win the league next episode, so I don't know. Look, what I am going to do is I'm going to end the episode here, right? And next episode is going to hopefully be us doing the double. It's going to be us winning the league and going back to back, and then the cup final, and hopefully us beating our local rivals in OB to do a famous double, and a double that will mark that we are the most dominant side in Denmark, finally, after 8 years of trying.